You are watching or listening to Light Up Pichwa. These are the short clips from the complete interviews. If you want to watch full episodes, please go to the website or the channel Light Up Pichwa and enjoy. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, Samira.
Walaikum assalam. Greetings from Pakistan.
Oh, yes. And you are in Pakistan, Lahore, Pakistan, a long way, about 10 hours of our difference. And I am honored that you have taken out time, and thank you very much for
My
being
pleasure.
here. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So I am sure people will enjoy our conversation.
My name is Samira Mumtaz, and I have a degree in English literature. And I've been recently teaching at Punjab University to graduate and postgraduate levels.
Okay.
I'm also a mother of 3 kids, a single mother of 3 kids aged 10, 8, and 6. And apart from that, I love traveling and I write for myself. When I travel in spring, I can see that rebirth or hope is a creative, conscious process. It's a creative process, and as a human, it's a conscious process. So to live a life of positivity requires a conscious effort.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
What have you learned about relationships? Like, how do you then maintain relationships, or can you advise something out of what you have been through? That how to value them or how to maintain them, because when you have everything, you're okay. When you don't have it, you have a different approach. So a combination of that, if you can share something.
And when you say relationships, I'm going to
You'll
be
talk
talking
first
about friends and
you can talk about friends, but first give me a little bit about marriage relationship.
yes.
Like, what really do you miss about being with your partner, or what?
I miss
Yeah.
as much as I miss the fights.
Okay.
I still feel that I wish we didn't waste so much time on petty issues. When I look back, and we had 7 years of marriage. It was going to be 8 in November. Yes, almost 7.5 years of marriage. I immediately after that, I was like, and I still say that life is too short, and we tend to waste our energies and our minds on the pettiest of issues. Have a bigger heart. I've realized I need to have a bigger heart to understand what the other person is also going through, and to value the present, the current moment. That is extremely important. I don't see my purpose as some career, or I don't see my purpose as gaining any kind of wealth or anything, making a fortune. My purpose is to spend the rest of the little life that I have with positivity, with some good meaning, and try to, as I said, greedily try to grasp all the positivity and the happiness that it brings to me, with the understanding that, like you said, there are going to be tests, there are going to be falls. I am prepared. No one is actually prepared for that, but you know that it's not just a very rosy journey, and for some it is, for some it isn't, but there are smaller tests, larger tests are waiting there. But I would still, amidst all of that madness, which is called life, I would still, my purpose is to remain sane and positive, and be a light for my children.
Any message of hope?
It's the same, that when life throws you lemons, don't make lemonade. Just throw the lemons back at life, because you are not bound to catch them. It's easier said than done, I know. Even I've been in situations where my friends have reminded me, look, you said this thing, and you're not, do it then. Why don't you throw the lemon back? And It's it's a process. It's a process. It's just not cannot happen overnight. But it's a process. And it takes effort. It's a struggle, which I feel that even the people around you need to respect and understand that it's a process, and then you can come out of it. And there, you know, just like I said, that birthing is a process. Creating, even God, when he has to create something, it is a process.
Yeah.
So hope, going towards that. You will never be able to achieve complete happiness in your life. You'll have to collect those moments, and that is a process. Nevertheless, it has to come from you and you alone.
Good. Thank you.
My name is Rachel Aghara, and I am a speech and language therapist.
I was right.
Yeah, you got it right. My interest is in early language development, and specifically bilingual language development, or even multilingual language development. Okay. So I studied at a few different universities to get to the place where I am today, and I continue to have fun watching kids learn languages, and hopefully more than one. So in the United States, we definitely have speakers who use multiple languages. Our most recent census data shows about 350 different languages spoken in the United States. Okay. But I think we have the best grasp of what it looks like to learn English in the United States. I grew up speaking only English. Okay. I learned my first additional language when I was 18 years old.
And which was?
Spanish.
Spanish, okay.
Yep,
so
Espanol.
Espanol.
I'm not fluent like a native speaker, but I use it daily for my work, and I enjoy using Spanish.
Okay, and what other languages do you speak?
So I'm also learning Gujarati, which is a language from my husband's family.
So can you say that I am happy to be here in Spanish?
Sí, estoy muy feliz de estar aquí con usted.
That was long. Okay.
Probably like a lot of other people do. I'm not sure that I have it all figured out necessarily, but I try to. I feel like when children are young, they probably need a little bit more parenting and a little bit more support. So within our family, we've made those adjustments to make sure that there's someone available. I certainly grew up with having not only my parents but my extended family available. So that's important for me in parenting, is to know that I'm available to them, but so is the rest of the family.
Available means what? So how do you spend your time with them?
How do I spend my time? Oh, a lot of it is, I have two sons and they're two different people. So it really depends on what their interests are, I think. Sometimes one of them really loves to bake with me, and I love to do baking. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something at the end of the task. Another one is really interested in reading, so sometimes we get together and we do a lot of nighttime reading. I think that's probably one of my favorite things with them, is nighttime reading. Any other parent who hears me say this will understand that once you have more than one child, your time commitments change and your availability changes. And we sort of shifted to the language that was most available within the family and the one that they might identify with the most. So we put some more emphasis on Gujarati language.
Okay. How did you feel when you were growing up with your parents?
I think I had a very happy childhood.
You did?
I felt very safe. I felt like we had everything we needed.
So that's nice. A blessing.
Yeah,
that's a blessing.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure that that's what you give to your children.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I think I'm happy in all the roles that I get to play in my life right now.
Which role do you do not like? Or prefer less, let's put it this way.
I think whichever one is making me feel the most stress at the moment. You know, if
so it changes.
Yeah. If someone in my family is sick, then I feel a little bit more stress about that situation. Or if there's something that I need to get done for work and I know I have to put everything else aside, then maybe that becomes a little more difficult balance.
What is the purpose of your life?
Well, I am not 100% sure, and I think it probably has changed over time for me.
Okay.
I think in general, it's to be part of what's going on around me and to make the best contributions that I can.
Okay. So now that I realize that you're more scientific, do you believe in afterlife?
I believe.
Yeah.
In some ways, but maybe not in the same vocabulary, in the same way that other people may believe about it. I believe that there is a continuation of our energy, of our thoughts, of our feelings. I think that I still have memories of people who are not here, and I believe that's an important continuation of the people who are not here now. So that's satisfying for me, at least in my individual faith, to know that if I can do right by someone now, then that contribution might last longer than my physical being here.
Nice.
So I try.
Good. Any message of hope that that you would like to give?
Oh, I'm not sure.
What would you say to your children?
What would I say to my children? That they're very loved. That they're here because people wanted them to be here, and that we're giving them the best that we have, and we hope that they would continue that.
What lights you up?
What lights me up? Oh, what do I like? Whenever I think of dancing, I feel pretty happy.
Oh.
I don't get to do it necessarily a lot, but it makes me think of fun from my childhood. It makes me think of meeting my husband. It makes me think of times that I get to spend with my kids. I enjoy that.
So do you dance regularly or no? Not as much as you said.
Yeah. When we
But
turn
you
on
like
the
to
radio,
dance.
I just
any
enjoy it.
Specific dance?
All of the above. I like to move.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Hope you enjoyed listening or watching to Samira Mumtaz and Rachel Aghara. These were the short clips. For complete episodes, please visit the website or the channel Light Up with Shwa. Thank you.